What if I told you that your outfit is gaslighting you right now? Like your hoodie is whispering sweet lies into your prefrontal cortex. And your socks? Complicit. I'm Cora Poe, and welcome back to Slumber Myth, a place for insomnia fuel, where your closet has lore, your eyeliner alignment, and vibe has a PhD in psychological warfare. Enclothed Cognition. Yes, the idea that what you wear doesn't just change how others see you, but how you think, feel, and behave. Today we're talking about something that sounds fake, but simply, your clothes are writing your inner monologue. This theory comes from a spicy little study done at Northwestern University. Researchers had people wear lab coats, very sexy. Some were told it was a doctor's coat, and others were told it was a painter's coat, meaning a smock. And what happened? The ones wearing doctor's coats performed significantly better on attention tasks. Why? Because something about wearing something associated with intelligence and precision made people act more intelligent and precise. And meanwhile, the painter's coat girlies were just vibing. Artistic, distracted, maybe thinking about soft pastels and existential dread. Relatable. But here's the catch. It's not just fabric. It's the meaning attached to it, plus the act of wearing it that does the trick. Like, you can't just look at a lab coat and manifest a med school scholarship. You have to embody it. So what does that mean for the rest of us? Those of us who aren't interested in cosplaying Grey's Anatomy? Well, I thought it'd be fun to break it down by aesthetic, shall we? They're gonna be biased because they're gonna be some of my favorite aesthetics. So, first up, to no one's surprise, dark academia. If you out here in loafers, a turtleneck, and a coat that looks like it survived a haunted boarding school, not only am I objectively attracted to you, but you're probably not just dressing to look the part. I bet you feel smarter. You're more likely to look out the cafe window and watch the rain fall, sipping your coffee with a little more ennui. You're 40% more likely to read The Secret History, for emotional damage. That tweed is boosting your verbal reasoning and your superiority complex. And frankly, it should. Again, cannot emphasize enough how objectively attracted to you I am if you are wearing this wardrobe and acting the part. I've always been a sapiosexual. Moving on. Then you've got my beloved Gothic aesthetic crew. And you know who you are. It's clear to us all that we're not wearing black because we're sad. You wear black because it makes you feel more powerful, untouchable, unbothered, especially by the weak mortal concerns of daylight and optimism. Witches know that black absorbs all colors on the spectrum, soaking up the power of the rainbow. A harness isn't just a ridiculously sexy look. It's an indication of what you're into, and that you aren't embarrassed by it. Spikes are a personality trait, and they're one to protect your big, fat, ooey-gooey gothy heart. You feel more rebellious, more self-possessed. And if you're me, during my time in the goth underground of Seattle, I felt safer. The community is kind and consent-based, and I found that strange men, non-goth men, were less likely to harass me or try to assault me or even catcall me when they saw the size of the metal spikes on my boots, or the huge pentacle tattooed and the bald spot shaved onto the back of my head. Like, they didn't want to mess with that kind of crazy. And that's a wise choice, because I know how to curse people. The point is, I became more confident and, in turn, more sociable, mostly with other goths. But it was as my style insinuated I should, and it was really good for me. It made me become the version of me that I envisioned in that aesthetic. Enclothed Cognition doesn't care if you're wearing a lab coat or a fishnet bodysuit. It's about the meaning that you are giving it. If you feel like a vampire queen when you leave the house, your brain adjusts. You might walk a little smoother, notice more. You might set your boundaries with a little more venom. Iconic. Now let's talk cottagecore. Do you think it's a coincidence that you feel more peaceful, soft, or nurturing when you're wearing a flowy skirt, something you've embroidered yourself, and a shirt that has something that looks like a sunbeam had a child with a mushroom on it? Your brain sees your reflection, looks at your clothes, and says, "Ah, yes, we are gentle now. We must water the basil and bake a pie for no one. Those soft prairie sleeves are calming your nervous system. You feel more empathetic to yourself and others. You might even start talking to birds. I support you. And then there's the clean girl aesthetic. Slick back bun, maybe some minimalist gold hoops. The neutered beige of it all. You're not just serving skin and structure. You're embodying elegant discipline, control, put-togetherness. You wear that outfit and suddenly your Google Calendar is color-coded. Your smoothie has adaptogens and you just feel more productive. It's not just vibes, it's executive function cosplay. And it fucking works. So what's the takeaway? You don't need to change your style to game the system. You just need to understand the spell that you're casting on yourself. Because I think that's what Enclothed Cognition really is. It's fashion magic. A little ritual we perform every day to tell our brains, this is who I am today. This is how I walk, talk, flirt, work, survive today. And just like any spell, it only works if you believe in it. So go ahead, put on the coat that makes you feel dangerous. Put on the dress that makes you want to learn French. Wear your armor, your altar, your aesthetic. Because every time you get dressed, you're not just covering your body, you're narrating your own goddamn myth. And that, darling, is science. What are some positive changes that you've noticed about yourself in fashion choices that you've made? I'd love to hear about them in the comments, especially because I am going to be introducing a new concept series soon, and if you enjoyed this video, you are going to love Sci Cosplay. As always, thank you so much for watching, Sleepwalkers, and happy nightmares.